guys, this is Aromie here. Welcome back to Red Embrace Hollywood. We are here. Probably gonna die, probably not. Probably hopefully get some help. I don't know. I have no idea anymore. There was still nothing in Marcus's eyes. He looked completely apathetic, as if he barely registered what they were saying. Looks like he wants to play a little hide and seek. Hey, why don't we just burn the whole place down? Oh yeah, I like that idea. Anyone got a lighter? Nah, he's got some candles over there. Just use those. The footsteps thudded past the counter, heading towards the shelves. Let's see, why don't we start with these? They're like something a pretentious motherfucker would care about. Burn them up. Within a few moments, a disgusting burning smell started to fill the air. In the back of my mind, an image suddenly flashed back. The books and sheet music tucked among Marcus's shelves. Marcus twitched slightly, and I thought I saw his expression briefly change, but it didn't last long. Hey, how about that thing over there? What is that? No fucking idea. Just throw it in with this other shit. Something crashed to the ground, adding to the noxious scent and sound of crackling flames. What can I do? Stay still and wait. There's nothing we could do. Maybe they'd get bored of destroying things and leave, or else we could time our escape when they weren't looking. They had to know we were here, so they must have just been taunting us. Eh? At that moment, I heard a sudden muffled, crunchy thud. I couldn't see what it was from behind the counter, but it sounded like a projectile just hit something. Hey, what the fuck? One of the vampires yelled in panic, followed by a split-second silence. Then the door banged open again, and a new group stormed inside. Sorry, darlings, but your little bonfire is over. A sing-song voice cooed over the sun, shouting, wrestling. Is it Aloysia? As if he just snapped out of his spell, Marcus' eyes shot wide. The next moment, he swiftly rose to his feet, pulling me up with him. Oof, I gotta blur some of this. Thank God I called her. Aloysia was leaning against the wall nearby, a satisfied smirk curled on her lips. Her gaze was fixed on the fight happening before us, a small ragtag group of vampires leaping on Marcus's attackers. I didn't recognize most of the newcomers, but they already seemed to be beating the others to a pulp. You fucker! Hey, it's that guy! The nice guy. Hooded guy. Wait, this is Mavar. A familiar hooded vampire started kicking one of the others. Oh, is it Mavar against Mavar at this point? One of the others who rolled weakly on the ground under his blow. Get him, Jack! Go on! Oh, maybe you could test out some of the merchandise on him. How about that big green one? Oh shit, you're right! Lunging forward, Jack grabbed a giant suction cup dildo off the wall, wielding it like a sword. Then, with all his might, slammed it straight into the vampire's face. Ugh! Teeth and blood went flying through the air. Oh my, that was fantastic! Aloysia giggled delightedly, clapping her hands together. Try some of the paddles next. Oh, or those testicles. Ew, what? Although now that I think about it, there's probably not much there to weigh down shame, really. I fucking nailed them! What the fuck? Aloysia's threats of testing out merchandise helped drive the attackers away. Her friends chased them outside, hollering and jeering one of them, even tackling a whip she grabbed off the shelves. Wow, all this weaponry that I didn't know we could use as weapons. Soon enough, the din had faded to muffled cries. Hopefully not enough to attract the police's attention. You're telling me the police did not hear all this? Aloysia and Jack, however, stayed with us in the shop. Damn. Jack stomped on the small fire that had burned out a square of carpet, along with the scattered broken fragments of something. Dumb fuckers, it smells like shit in here. It does, doesn't it? I wonder if the stench is from the fire or just from those idiots. She waved a hand in front of her nose, letting out a groan. Marcus? For the whole duration of the fight, Marcus had just been standing next to me, watching from beside the counter. Now, as his eyes drifted from Aloysia and Jack, I saw a faint warmth slowly returning to expression. You caught her, didn't you, Michiko? Yeah, I did. Smart choice, right? As the other two extinguished the remaining fire patches, Marcus murmured to me quietly. Yes, but I didn't think she'd come. Yes, I knew she'd be here as soon as she heard. Yes, and I'm pretty fucking glad I did. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking glad I did. So am I. So am I. Wow, he's actually genuinely happy. Huh, I think that's all of them, right? Because I remember her saying, she was with him in the past before, too. Stepping away from a partially ruined shelf, Aloysia sauntered towards us, her smile slowly turning to a frown. Marcus, Michiko, you two look like you've had a bit of a rough night. Hey, Marcus, Jack is kinda nice. As Jack came to stop by Aloysius' side, he tugged his hood down more over his eyes. And Michiko, long time no see. Wait, you're that guy from the garage, right? You're friends with Aloysia. Yeah, too bad it wasn't a longer time. Wait, that's fucking rude. You're the guy from the garage, right? Yeah, I am. Garage? Don't worry about it. He scratched the back of his neck awkwardly. Soon as I got your message, Michiko, I rang up my little group and came to the shop as fast as I could. Little Jack here was so worried. I thought he was about to puke up blood on the way over. Really, why was he worried? Jack shuffled one of his I was gonna say big boots. His boots against the carpet, giving a nonchalant sniff. Thanks for your help. You guys really saved us. Why was he so worried? You knew they were going to attack us again. Because it is part of his team. His group. I want to say thank you though, but I'm also curious as to why he was so worried. Why was he so worried? Well, he's a bit of a Markus fanboy, actually. Sorry, not actually, really. Aren't you, Jack? Hey! He tries some of the others downright mad sometimes. Markus this, Markus that. Look how amazing Markus is. Aw, but they all love him anyway. Lots of vampires act the same way about Randall. Wasn't the rest of your group Mavar too? Why'd they come to help Markus? Well, a few of them are big fans of Markus, the others not so much. But we guess who was behind the attack, and that was plenty of motivation, let me tell you. Yeah, Jack grimaced slightly, scratching at his cheek beneath his hood. The guys who fucked you up, they're not part of Randall's normal group. They're part of this new extreme side clan that's trying to stir up a bunch of shit. They act like they're doing it for Randall, but he hates that kind of thing. It's causing infighting among the Mavar, making the Skari hate them even more. A complete mess, really. Even though she was a human, Aloysia seemed troubled about the vampire chaos, her words ending with a frustrated sigh. That extremist clan is way too big for us to take down, but if you want, we could make sure those guys from tonight don't get up again. No. I doesn't say no, dude. That's gonna just make more chaos. Markus, who'd been silently watching us the whole time, abruptly cut in. No? Letting them die would be an act of mercy. The cruelest, most sadistic punishment I could devise would be to let them live. Waking up each night and having to be themselves is the most miserable fate of all, even if they're not conscious of it. There was a coldness in his voice, quiet and uncaring. Sure, Markus. You're right. It seemed to catch Jack off guard because he mumbled out a staccato reply before falling silent. Right? Markus didn't add anything further, turning his head away to stare somewhere else. I just can't believe you didn't see this coming, Markus. Yeah, can't you see the future in a way? Aloysia murmured worriedly, fiddling with the hem of her dress. After what you pulled at the beach, it was just a matter of time before you were attacked. You knew that, didn't you? Maybe he wanted to get attacked and die. He didn't acknowledge Aloysia's words. Whatever his glassy stare was fixed on was somewhere far away. I swear, sometimes I don't know what to do with you. Aloysia let out a long, heavy sigh, though clearly out of loving frustration. You've got to stay somewhere else, in a safer place than this, until things blow over at least. Oh, why not stay with Michiko at the hotel? Surely a few days will give you enough time to find something more stable. Or else you could try to patch things up with Randall. He's probably still angry, but he might know a place for you to stay. But he can't stay at the hotel because Cherie said I shouldn't be with him. Yo, I didn't even see this thing over here. It's gonna be blurred out to you guys, but like I didn't even see this lady sticking her tongue out over here. The hotel seems like the safest bet. We'll head there. Charisse won't be too happy to see him. Let's try Randall. How about Andre? I hear the graveyard has lots of empty rooms. Charisse won't be happy though. But I would love him to be at the hotel. But I feel like he would have more danger at Randall's place than the hotel, so let's go to the hotel. Surely Charisse will let him stay for a little while. God knows Markus has done plenty for her sake. Alright, no complaints, Markus? Markus shook his head. He still didn't seem able or willing to offer any comments. Suppose I'll leave you in Michiko's capable hands, then hopefully without any repeats of this nasty evening on the horizon. Until then, you two had better stay alive, or else I'll be downright livid. Yeah, she would. Shaking a finger at us with a weakly playful smile, Aloysia reluctantly turned away. Yeah, you guys, take care of yourselves. Jack is so cute. Offering us a small, slightly awkward nod, Jack slipped away towards the door. Aloysia followed on his heels, but just before she disappeared behind the shelf, she paused. Please, Markus. With a barely audible murmur, she glanced back over her shoulder. There was an honest, dark worry in her eyes as they flicked between Markus and me. Don't let them get to you again. With that, she stepped out of sight, her gentle footsteps fading away, and soon the shattered door clicked softly shut. We were alone again, with only the sound of distant traffic in the distance. Markus silently gazed at the remnants of the fire, where his belongings were smashed into the carpet. What an atrocious mess this is. Muttering flatly, he kicked a broken fragment across the floor. I suppose I have to hire some unfortunate soul to clean it all up. I could do it for you if you like. You mean you plan on coming back? What about the things they destroyed? Weren't they special? You might be better off moving to a new shop. I don't think he will do that. There's no time for that. I could do it for you if you like. I was technically his employee at one point. No, that's quite alright. I prefer to handle my own messes. Markus, you can't trust me yet? What the hell? Picking up his sunglasses from the ground, Markus wiped the blood off them with his sleeve. Then with a swift, practiced motion, he slid them back onto his face. Shall we? Not waiting for my reply, Markus made his way outside. I followed him, leaving behind the wreckage of the night's attack. It's sad. After Markus locked up the shop, we hailed a cab and headed for the hotel. He bantered with me a little during the ride, quipping that at least that they hadn't smashed his cat statue or the peacock. But I could tell that he was still deeply troubled. Even his normal carefree humor seemed forced, with a pause every wry remark. There was no denying that the attack, no matter how expected it was, had shaken Markus to his very core. I mean, I'm assuming he predicted this would happen, but he probably didn't predict how, like, chaotic it would be. As soon as we entered the hotel lobby, everyone instantly stiffened. Cherise had probably given them instructions to keep Markus out, but they seemed to hesitate out of fear or maybe uncertainty. Where's Cherise? Let me talk to her. Hello? We found Cherise in the meeting room talking to her agent. Oops. I should have knocked, shouldn't I? Rising from his seat, she stared evenly at Markus, her eyes cool and detached. Why is he here, Michiko? I thought I instructed you to stop associating with him. He almost died. Do you care? No, she kind of cares. She looks startled a little. What happened? Oh, just your average eventful evening in Hollywood. His lips stretched thinly to his smile. He gestured casually towards a distant window. A few rowdy Mavar volunteered to stain my carpet a darker shade of red. Sadly, the paint store must have been running low because they had to crack open my veins for a palette. I see. Cherise was clearly a little shaken by the news, adjusting her glasses as if to mask her reaction. For a moment, she seemed unusually small. Her regal presence switched off like a light. I cannot allow you to stay. I mean, I kind of figured because he's bringing a fight to her area now. She reluctantly raised her head to gaze at Markus, who watched her in silence. It is likely just as dangerous for you to be here, Markus. Since that incident, your reputation has reached a new height of infamy among the Ascari. Many see you as an instigator, as more of an instigator. And just as Rando cannot rein in all the Mavar, neither can I micromanage all my associates' actions. Some may strike on their own against you. Therefore, you be wise to find another place for refuge. This is very difficult. Do I say something? Because she's right. Can't he just stay in my room? between but he and then saying nothing. Because I don't know if saying nothing is better than saying something. But I understand. Markus interjected calmly, nodding to her words. Cherise blinked several times as if she expected Markus to protest more. In that case, I do apologize for taking up your time. Oh, come on, this is so sad. Have a pleasant evening, Cherise. Good thing I didn't call her. Or Randall. Without anything further, he turned towards the door, slipping back into the hall. Her stunned gaze remained on the door, conflict welling in her eyes. Well, what are you still standing here for? Cherise finally barked out a few forceful words. Go make sure he doesn't vandalize anything or cause more trouble on his way out. Where is he gonna go? The next moment, I found myself shooed after Markus. The door abruptly slammed behind me. When there was none of Markus in the lobby, I hurried back out to the street. Oh. I thought he ran away so fast. Sure enough, his lanky figure was waiting for me on the sidewalk. Oh, he was waiting for me? I have no idea how I'm gonna protect him. Sorry, I'm not reading the options out loud. Let me read them. Let's try somewhere else, like a hotel or abandoned building. I'm sorry, Markus. I wish I could help more. Will I see you again soon? I'll stay with you and help protect you. I mean, I know I can stay with him. Protecting him, I don't think my girl's good at that department. But would these hollow words help you in some way? That won't do me much good. Now, when Cherise sends out a search party to bring you back, the eyes behind those dark lenses narrowed at me affectionately. But you needn't fuss over my well-being, Michiko. But I need to! Oh, I'm over time! I'm invested. Anyway, this is where we're gonna stop for today's episode. God damn! Like, where is he gonna go? I mean, technically, he can go to neutral ground, right? LOH's bar? That's the only place I can think of. I don't think he's close with Andre. Even though they're both Golgotha, that doesn't mean that they get along. Anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.